Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to what is it? The CAF update number 69. Here we are, crazy on the eve of Comic Art Live, and I don't really have any preparation for this show at all tonight. So we're gonna wing it a bit. I've got just a couple notes and things that I want to cover, and then go over some Comic Art Live stuff, of course, for the weekend. Some of the schedule stuff. I pushed out a panel email today. I hope everybody saw that. I am trying to run another Battissimo giveaway. It was funny. I went in there to set it up, and for whatever reason, there were about 20 submissions from the last one. They never appeared during the show. And so I went back and read the manual. So I'm going to even do this one thing one more time where it actually says there's a giveaway command that I'm supposed to use inside the chat myself. Who knows if it'll work, but I'm going to put it in there. I don't know if it's going to make any difference whatsoever, but it says I'm supposed to do a exclamation point giveaway open. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep an eye on that, and hopefully it works this time. If it doesn't, I'm going to get a different bot because I'm frustrated by this thing. I don't know why it doesn't work like it's supposed to. So, but we'll keep an eye on it. I will let you know. I've got the screen open so I can see giveaways when they finally start showing up. I know you're doing it, and nothing's showing up in this thing again. But like I say, when I look at the last one that didn't work, there were 22 people in that one. So, and yeah, so I apologize for that. So anyway, so CAF update 69. We've got, I want to just jump into the general CAF update stuff, to be honest with you, kind of get that out of the way first, since that's kind of the least focused item I've got to chat about this evening. Essentially, we've just, this past week has been a little bit hectic trying to get the panel stuff out of the way. So my focus on picking artworks and everything has been a little scattered. Fortunately, Colin got all of my reports and whatnot written, so I didn't have to sweat anything. And also, I was so confused. Clearly, I set this show to start at 8 today, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I don't even know how I did that. So 20 minutes before that, I got an announcement saying I was going live at 8, and I did change the time on it. So I apologize to anybody who came in here and had the wrong time to start the show today. Yeah, exactly. I'm just reading through. I need to take the cartridge out and blow on it a little bit. That is good, Samuel. Haven't had to do that in a very long time. But I will keep an eye on it after I'll let you know if it's working after I get through this CAF update here. But so the CAF update is for the period of November 1st through November 7th. And we're going to cover the usual highlights, dealer sales, and we can go there first. It was a meager week, actually, for dealers, but meager and yet successful for Anthony Snyder, because sorry about that, actually won for a second week in a row, and I think he's won 2 Dueling Dealers episodes in a row too. So he's on a hot streak. You don't want to get in Anthony's way right now. But the overall sales for this period was at $196,000. So very, very, very poor compared to the week before, which was about 260. So can't really say why. Anthony did come out in the lead, as I mentioned, 99 sales, $43,000 in sales. And up next was Ramita Man with 22 sales and $30,000. Then Felix was next with 24,000 in sales. TD Art Gallery, 24,000 in sales as well. Scott Eater, 23,000, and Panel Page rounding out the ones over 10,000 at what did he have? $18,750. So we'll go over these couple pieces here and get them out of the way. The dealer artworks are here. So again, just under 197 as the total. This first piece is from Felix, and it's I think this was a complete issue. It was by Nick Dragotta and sold for $15,000. Cry, Punch, Good Devils. Next up is something special that Tatiana sold. Supergirl and Wonder Woman was a DC promo banner for an AIDS walk, and the art was by Jim Lee and Michael Turner, and her price was $15,000 on this one. Next up, this is a complete story from Falling in Love 116 from 1970, 51 years old, sold by Anthony Snyder for $8,600. He's a fan of those kinds of things. Next up, this is something sold by Berkey, $7,000 asking price. John Buscema, Joe Sinnott, FF 119, page 16. And it's the real Wolverton, as we saw the Son of Wolverton last night. This is Basil Wolverton. It's a flagpole climber. This was sold by Scott Eater for $6,000. And finally, another sale by Scott. This is from Zap Comics. The Swap was the story, and it's from issue 8, page 4. S. Clay Wilson, and the asking price on this one, and it did say Schlong on there, didn't it? Was $5,500. So there you have it. That was the that does not go in the kids' room. That was the dealer update for the week. A very meager week, but with so much going on this weekend, I have to believe that we're going to have a pretty good weekend next, or report for next week. I can't. I mean, who knows if the dealers will get their stuff? So, and everybody knows it's actually working right now. It's going in. I've got 19 submissions. So why don't I put that up on the screen so we don't forget how to enter into a T-shirt giveaway for the evening. Let's see. So, but the LA show is this Sunday. And I know Glenn and a few other dealers are going to be there. So I would expect that we're going to have a nice sales week if they can actually get their admins updated before the clock strikes midnight Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see. But then also, of course, the Comic Art Live show, we should probably realize some good sales from that. I know Albert's got a relatively full booth right now that he's pretty much done stocking. So we've got a few dealers that are going to be there, and I can go over that list with you guys before we're done. But let's move over to the next bit of reporting, and that is the auction houses. Now, the auction houses had a good week, but was kind of inflated by something that Colin and I didn't know was going on, and there was a separate Heritage had it. Well, you probably heard about it. They had a really big game like cartridge and all that stuff auction going on. Well, there was actually some game related artwork in this auction. I think the overall auction realized about $8 million, but in there were these 8 pieces of original art that sold for $77,000. They're not going to be a part of this report. They were all, let me double check that. Yeah, they were all Magic the Gathering card art, actually. And 2 pieces by Mark Poole. He's a fantastic artist. I've met him many times at the IX show. And also a piece by Christopher Rush. But 2 of the pieces sold for, one sold for $66,000 and the other one sold for almost 23, and then everything else was under 10. But those 77,000, well, no, it's even higher than that. Sorry, I'm reading off something here, but it was about 100,000 in sales just for that one. So for that period, dealers had just over 379,000, or dealers. Yeah, man, told you I'm scattered tonight. Auction houses had 379,000 in sales, and that was just under the 429 from the week before. That was skewed because of the charity auctions that were going on. So let me get that thing rolling here for you. Auction houses. I'll take that little banner off there for a moment. 379,000, like I said. First up, 3 pieces from eBay. This is the cover to Prometheus number 20 by J.H. Williams and Mick Gray, sold for $4,500. Next up was a Invincible Red Sonja cover, issue number 5, and it was by Selena, sold for $3,840. And finally on eBay was that awesome Daniel Warren Johnson commission, the Star Wars Chewbacca piece, and that one sold for $2,500. Heritage is next for their weekly auction. They sold 142,000 plus in their weekly auction. This first piece is a Gary Trudeau Doonesbury Sunday comic strip from this year, in fact, in February. Sold for $4,560. And next up is a Patrick McDonnell Mutz daily comic strip. This is from 2013. It sold for $4,320. And finally, a very nice artwork by Gene Colan and Sid Shores from Daredevil 57, sold for $3,120. There you have it. So, hey, Jeff Moy got his comic link haul in. Is it good? Do you post it on CAF, Jeff? I hope you do. Let's see. Reading through. Yep, I get it. Let's see. I think enough. All right. So, yes, I wanted to double check the giveaway thing, making sure it's still working just fine. Yes, there are 28 people entered in the giveaway. And get that back up there for everybody to remind them to hit exclamation point enter in the chat to get entered for that. We'll do that sometime before the end of tonight's show. And again, I'm going to keep the show quick because I do have a lot of work to do for tomorrow, prep work for Saturday morning. But So I'm going to roll right into the popular artwork. And again, I know I wanted to have a guest this week. It just wasn't in the cards, unfortunately. I'm going to have to shoot for next week when I'm not so overworked and all that there. And it's tough because Maureen's been down in Florida for 2 weeks. She's still looking for a house down there. I told her she can't come home until she finds one. That we actually made an offer, just so you know. We made an offer on a house. And I think we actually offered more than the other party, but they had all cash. And so we didn't get the house. Apparently they wanted to sell it fast. So they couldn't wait their 45 days to get the money. So we got beat out on a very, very nice piece of property. So we're back to the drawing board. That was just this Monday. So we're trying to work it out before my kids start college down there. Gwen has to start school in January. So she's got to move down there and be on campus at that point. So we were hoping that we'll have something by then, but it's not looking too fruitful at the moment. So let's move over to the popular artwork. Get that on the screen here. First up, Dino Mauricio, lovely, lovely Frank Bruner Marvel Premiere number 13 cover from 1974. That's a beauty. Very envious of that one, Dino, but congratulations. And then Ruben de Collector, piece of Tom Grummett art, go figure. Dennis Rodier, I don't know, inks. And this is from Adventures of Superman 566, page 9. JN80 is the owner of this Mahmoud Asrar Deaths of Wolverine painted number 1 cover. And it is a grisly, but well executed. And then we've got a piece here by Anker. And it's a really, really beautiful Adam Kubert Return of Wolverine number 5 cover. Congratulations on that one, Anker. And then the piece I used for the show thumbnail, I've seen this as a print so many times on eBay. Herb Trimpe, Marvel Mania self-portrait in Albert Moy's collection. That thing is awesome. And then, of course, this is a piece of art from Longshot number 1. And it's by Art Adams and Wills Portacio. And it's in the collection of Mark Waronic. And then Mickey posted this doozy this week. This is from Spider-Man 37, page 30. Tom Lyle pencils, Scott Hanna, and Al Milgram inks. That's incredible. And then this piece is by Carl Potts and Jim Lee. It's from Punisher War Journal number 1. And it's in Jordan's collection. Congratulations, Jordan. And we don't get to see too many V for Vendetta pages. This is from Warrior Magazine number 4, collection of Dan T, written by Alan Moore, of course, and wonderful art by David Lloyd. And up next, we've got something from J.H.'s collection. This is from Rumble number 14, James Heron art. Love this one. And, of course, this is Bernie Wrightson's work. You can't mistake that. This is in the collection of Daryl R. It's called Gardens of the Dead, Zombie Portfolio Plate. And Jason D'Ambrosio, X-Men Black Mojo number 1 page. And it's a DPS. James is probably jealous. Art by Nick Bradshaw. Congratulations on that one, Jason. And then, of course, this is a Kirby Giacoya cap page from issue 204. This is page 11, and it's in Alberto Gonzalez's collection. Jamo's got this one, and this is by Dale Keown. He's a big Dale Keown fan. This is a Hulk transformation commission. And Glenn Gold posted this one this week. This is from That Spirit Batman crossover that didn't quite happen, is the way he titled it. Cliff Chang art. Next up, Vic V has this awesome Action Comics 452 cover by Bob Oxner in his CAF gallery. And this is a JLA 84 cover. Really, really awesome, by Kevin West and Ken Branch, and it's in the collection of Derek Crabb. And some strip art here. This is in the collection of Chris Lutz. It's by Alex Raymond, of course. It's Rip Kirby, and it is from 1955. I love that middle panel. Very cinematographic, I guess. I'm going to coin some Anthony phrases tonight. And this is in the collection of Steve M. And this is Mike Mignola, of course, and it's from Hellboy in Hell, issue number 8, page 23. And Ron Lim, this is a beauty, man. So happy to see this in your collection. This is by Ryan Stegman and JP Mayer, and it's from Dark Ages #2, the cover. 5 more to go. Collection of Pat L. Norm Brayfogle art. This is from Detective Comics 614, page 25. And can't mistake Jay Lee artwork here. This is in the collection of Jason Hussa. Hulk and Thing, Hard Knocks #2. This should be another thumbnail we use on a future Dueling Dealers episode. And another Colin piece. I'm going to be adding a Gene Colan piece to my collection very soon, and it will have Doctor Strange in it. This is Tom Palmer's inks. This is in the collection of Doc R from Doctor Strange 176. 2 more pieces to go. This is in Will L's collection, and it's a beauty. Ariel Olivetti is the artist, of course, and this is from Thanos #1, the variant cover. And last but not least, one more Bernie writes in, a awesome Batman illustration, and it's in Shemp's collection. And it's actually bracket Shemp on CAF. So there you have it. What do you think? I think I did all right this week, even with my limited time. I know the Brayfogle was really nice. I really love that bottom panel. I mean, yep. And yeah, Stegman interview is coming up. And so maybe we should kind of, well, let's see what else I got here. You know, before we talk about Comic Art Live, I did have somebody come back to advertising with me from Paris, Gallery Martel. They have an exhibition going on, and I should have had the link here to share with you. Let me actually get it before I show the video. So, because I had them shoot a video of the opening night, and here, let me get it for you. This is from their show, but it's nice because they had been closed, of course, for COVID. Finally open, and so they actually have a Art Spiegelman showing, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I'm getting it in the chat here for everybody to check out at some point. And or you can always click the ad on CAF, of course. They'll be advertising through the duration of the show, which I think is around December 5th. I know it'll be on the little video clip that we show. Yeah, Nick, hey, can I get a few more likes, everybody? I should, every time I see Nick say that, I should at least put my thumbs up or something to signify that I appreciate that every single time. Thank you, West, for agreeing that I was adequate. And Chris, a thumbs up from you is always well appreciated. All right, so let me play this video clip for you again. It's it's a little different art, but again, anytime we can get a gallery opening and get somebody to shoot some video and take some photos, it's always fun. And again, this is in Paris, and it's the Spiegelman exhibit, and it's titled Street Cop, and I think it's from a book that's coming out. I mean, or has already just come out, but so I'm sorry I don't know a lot about it. But most of the press releases I got were in French, and I passed them over to Colin, so I wasn't able to read too much of what was going on. I didn't get to check them out after the fact. But we're going to play the video for you, and you can check out the art there. I completely agree, Mr. Easy Go Lucky. They should have shot in landscape. I forgot to give them that bit of instruction. So I've had a lot that were brought to me that in a vertical format, and I've usually stretched them out. But the way the gallery was set up, I didn't want to crop it so much because I would have been panning up and down the whole time just to get all the artwork in there. So I left it as it was. So yeah, thank you, DF. That's my go-to gallery music from now on. But yes, I try. I have to put that in the notes because I did ask them to shoot that, and then I didn't tell her how to shoot it. But live and learn. I will figure it out. I'll get good at this one day. But hey, before I forget, because again, I think it's better to end on the Comic Art Lives conversation here. I did want to let everybody know that that the EXP is going to be having their show with Nick Verrucci tomorrow night at 7. And I've got the teaser video from that here, and I'd like to show you that before we move on to anything else. So Nick, you are, I remember I mentioned that I really do want to get on your show sometime in the future. So I know we've got the holiday coming up and everything, and things have been very, very hectic, but maybe we can do it like the week after Thanksgiving or something. But I'd really like to do it sometime before the end of the year. Get on there again. So here, let me show the EXP promo for everybody.
Hey everybody, this Friday, November 12th, on the Original Art Experience, we are going to have some really cool artwork, as we always do. Matter of fact, I'm so excited because one of the pieces ties into our biggest comic of the week. I got all dressed up for it. But don't worry, I won't be dressed up on Friday. I'll still be the same me, for better or worse. So, here we go. This week we're going to have Search for Cyclops #1, Tom Rainey art. This has Apocalypse. Who does not like Apocalypse? We're just going to stop there. Then we have Extreme X-Men 25. Check it out. I'm not putting these back right. We have our books behind it. That's why. We have Generation 3 by John Byrne. Pretty cool page. A little bit more Search for Cyclops, but this one has a monkey. Everybody loves monkeys, and he's so coolly drawn. Now, Tony Daniel, Batman 700. This is a personal favorite, and as everybody knows, I do sell some of my art because I want to be able to speak genuinely about it. Batman 46, also by Tony Daniel, and you gotta love the fact that you've got Booster Gold and Catwoman. And we are also going to have Vampirella 25, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles homage cover, and this is one of the reasons why we put our books here, because there is the cover itself. This is by Ken Hazer. So you got to tune in this Friday, 7 p.m., only on The Experience. And please hit that thumbs up button and share. Sharing is caring. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you all.
Words to live by, Nick. Sharing is caring. So, and I did share the EXP channel's YouTube link in the chat. So definitely give that a look. And if you're not subscribed to their channel, you should do it. They definitely deserve it. They put a lot of effort into all the shows they do. And Nick does a couple other shows during the week, I believe, beginning of the week. And I don't recall which days. I believe it's like Monday and Tuesday. But he's a busy man. So, and a better presenter than I am, and certainly more well-dressed than I am today. So, all right. So let's get on to all the Comic Art Live things. But you know what? How about we do this? Because I want to try to make up for not being able to do these giveaways too often. Why don't we pick a winner for this one, and then we'll do another one. We'll do the second one. Will be like 6-month free premium membership. I'll just tack it on if you're a premium member, or give it to you if you're not. How's that sound? So why don't we do a pick a winner here, and then we'll add another one on there. So let's see. Yes, the Hazer Billigan remarks. Nick and I have to talk about that one. So let's see here. Let me pick a winner. See if it actually works the way it's supposed to. And it's winner selected. There you go. Ronald Shepard won the T-shirt. Congratulations, Ronald. Let's see if I can make this thing work. I have to add another one. I didn't want to try adding 2 and then see if I could stop and start them. But yeah, congratulations. That's you'll get your pick of the T-shirt style and the size. I'll send you a link after the show, and then you could just tell me which one you want me to get. You get me your mailing address, and we will be all good. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, do that. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I get this right. See if it actually does everything like announce in the chat like it's supposed to. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. It says new giveaway, 6-month premium membership. Why does this thing need to get kicked in the pants to make it work? And Aranka's already entered. There we go. It's all working. All right. Yes. Thank you. I don't know why this thing is clunky. Let's see. All right. So why don't we go over some of the stuff with CA Live? I mean, it's actually kind of going a little slower than I was a little leery so far, but it's been slow up until today. People have been posting a lot of art to the show today. I have not been able to see anything but the count, so I haven't been looking at the art. Early on, I was kind of checking out and seeing what was being added. So just to get a feel for what people are bringing. I'm starting to see a few things I've seen before, which is obviously not what we want. We don't want retreads, right? I mean, the whole idea, and I think that's always in the first paragraph, new to market, price to sell. So I'm seeing some things that are not new to market or price to sell. They're just kind of bringing back a few high priced items. So I think after this show, I might make a list of people that I send personal emails to let them know that goal of the show is to, have an enthusiastic array of artwork to market. And, part of the problem, I think, is that, by and large, this is a collector show, right? And we're trying, and I'm asking of the collectors to do 2 big shows a year. Now, some of the collectors are bringing all new stuff, and I did see 3 or 4 people whose booths I popped into. They had pretty much all new artwork, but then I went around a couple other ones. And there were things I know I've seen before. So I think one of the things that I want to get back from everybody when I do the recap show at the end of the con, which is going to be at 7 p.m., is going to be my panel, is I want honest feedback. Are you starting to see too many of the same old things coming back? Because if that's the case, I need to get a little bit more strict with what we're with the rules. That this is really, really, really what we want you to do, and you should be saving up pieces, not putting them into your CAF classifieds in the month leading up to the show. If you actually have some stuff you want to sell, this is an event to generate sales for you, but you got to work with me on it, or it's not going to work well. And so, again, I could be just being a little nervous about that, but I do want to have everybody's opinion at the end of the show, without naming names, like this guy keeps bringing back the same stuff, that sort of thing. I don't want that, but just give me your overall impression, because it'll make me really try to fashion the language I put into it. And maybe 2 shows a year is too much for collectors, or maybe I shouldn't be allowing everybody to have so much artwork, because 48 total pieces, 24 each day, is a lot. So, maybe you only have a dozen pieces, but you want to keep dropping artwork, or you want your booth full. I get it. So maybe, because for me, I always felt that people would be bringing the new artwork and putting it into the show. And then that's why the member classifieds links are in there. So if you have stuff that's been in your classifieds for a while, somebody might be interested in what you have in your booth, and then go over to your classifieds and have a look there too. So, it's a dozen sounds better to heart. Yeah, I get it. I mean, that's why I want to see what everybody's thoughts are after this one's over. I mean, I like the 2 art drop thing. I mean, so if it were to cut it in half, like a dozen each day, it'll be less art, but it'll be more new art, because I would think that the people who are retreading a few things would be less likely to retread artworks that they have for sale, because if they want to move them, they got to bring the new stuff. And maybe I need to keep letting people know even 2 months earlier, hey, start setting artwork aside. I know I talk about it, but I need to probably need to do a bit of a better job enforcing that concept. So again, we've got the 6-month premium membership giveaway in there right now. Hit exclamation point and type out enter, and you will be entered into that giveaway. And it's definitely working. We've already got 31 people lined up for that one, which is the total number I had on the last one. So very good. Let's see. So as far as that, let me go over. So again, that's my biggest concern. But I can put a couple things here, show you. Let me get this off the screen. So right now, I should just refresh and see where we're at. This is the page that you guys can't get to right now. the main landing page for the show. So we've got 1,861 artworks available on Saturday. 576 will also be dropping on Sunday as of right now. So we're just over 2,400 artworks available, and from 187 exhibitors, which is about average. I think last year's the May show was probably 195 exhibitors, and so I know stragglers are going to pop in, and we will have more exhibitors. And then also tomorrow, my guess will be that we'll probably have about another 800 artworks added. So we'll definitely be over 3,000 total artworks for the show when it opens on Saturday. And then I know that there are a lot of people that wait to post their Sunday artwork because the art drop doesn't happen until 11 a.m. and the booth stops allowing you to add artwork at 10 a.m. Eastern on that day. So we may get close to 4,000 artworks, but it doesn't seem to me like we're going to be as high as we were in May when we reached 4,800 total artworks. And that's probably not a bad thing. One of the bigger complaints I got from the last show was 4,800 artworks is a lot of artworks to get through for a weekend, let alone the 2-hour preview that premium members are getting. So I think that those are the things that I'm considering changing for the next one. It might be lessening the total number of artworks that you can bring per day, and but again, a lot of it's going to hinge on your feedback to me after the show. So I'm going to scroll quickly past some artworks that you can't see, since that we show those few featured artworks up there. I wanted to kind of just talk about the panels just a little bit that we've got. If you've seen the mailing today, it's a really good lineup. I'm only going to be hosting a couple of them because I've got, Felix is hosting a few with his guys, and I've got a few other people who are assisting me this weekend as well. But we're opening the show at 2 on Saturday with Alex Saviuk. I was trying to get him to get a CAF gallery open because he's got a lot of strip art, but I don't think he's going to be able to get either the gallery or a booth open. I'm been waiting for another reply email or text from him, but it may not happen. But if it doesn't happen, I will talk to him about doing a art drop sale with me sometime in the near future. So we'll if that doesn't work out, but he's got a lot to sell. It's just timing and everything else. I don't think he's going to be able to get his booth set up. Then the 3 o'clock, we've got J. Scott Campbell with Scott Doonbeer, and that'll be a lot of fun. And I was really happy Scott approached me about having Campbell on a panel, and they're both really excited about doing it. So that's going to be a nice one. Jamal Eigel at 4. We've got Bendis and David Marquez at 5 on Saturday. Mike Norton, and then Ryan Dunleavy will round out that day. Now, no real art opportunities on that day, but the Sunday shows, by and large, actually, many of them do have art opportunities. So you're going to want to keep your eye on those. The first, Anthony's is actually he's not doing his little warehouse walkthrough. There is going to be some selling in the chat going on, some stuff from Anthony, and I know that he's going to have a few guests that are going to be there that day. So there will be art for sale. So keep that in mind. I will push out an announcement about that, letting you know what his plans are. I believe I just got a email from him. If you're on his mailing list, you'll also see what he's talking about as far as what he's planning on doing in his warehouse on that day at noon. Paulo Rivera, and I have an announcement specific to that, but I know that Paulo, he was going to be on with his dad, but his dad is not able to make it. So it'll be Paulo, Mark, and Mark Walters as well. They'll be running the panel, but I know he's got, I think, 2 8x10 pieces that he's painted that he's pre-done, and he's got those. He's going to be also having some of those small head shots that he did 2 shows ago. He'll be bringing some of those as well. So expect probably about 6 pieces of art for sale there, I believe. Then Ryan Otley will be with Felix, and I do know that he's not going to be able to be there for the whole hour. He's going to be there at 2, but he's probably only going to be on for about a half hour. But he has done some artwork that will be available to be claimed in the chat. Felix and I have to work out the logistics on how we're going to do that, but I will be there with him to make sure it all goes well. So that should be interesting. And I'm pretty sure, I can't promise that I forgot to email Felix before the show tonight, but I'm pretty confident that Ryan Stegman or Sook also will be having some art for sale as well. So those are some good things to look forward to as far as art buying opportunities. We don't do enough of that during the panels, but And it's probably for the best, right? Your time should be better spent looking around in the halls for art. And then Joe Weems and Marco Galli will be talking about their experiences with Top Cow, kind of inking as a team. And then I will do my recap at 7. So we left a 6 o'clock window in there just in case. We've had a few other people who are very interested in having a panel. I don't know if I'll fill that slot or not, but we'll see. We'll see. And yep, I agree, Samuel, about Paulo. He's a good friend. I love his art, and this is the third time he's doing one of these types of things, and I wish I could buy one of the pieces from it because they always turn out great. So that's the panels. We'll see if we get another one in there or not, but definitely a good lineup for this show. And again, a lot of work goes into pulling these things together. I work with Felix has always been great. Usually he just does the one panel, but he wanted to do the Ryan trifecta. So that's why we have that in here. And then John Suntress from Word Balloon, he brought Alex Saviuk and Jamal Eigel, and also he actually got Bendis and Marquez to come too. So can't thank him enough for the effort that he puts into this show as well. So I've been very fortunate to become friends with a lot of people who know a lot of people. So, and again, for Scott Doonbeer for bringing in Campbell too. I mean, that's completely amazing, and I know it's going to be probably one of the better. Well, they're all going to be really well attended. I can't wait to see the Bendis Marquez panel too. So, thank you for all that. Yep, the lineup is definitely shaping up. Let's see. Yeah, and on top of it, we're also doing something new this week for the show, and I don't have the links on here, but if you got the email, and I'll probably be sending reminders on this on Saturday morning. We're actually going to be running 2 concurrent panels as well, because typically the Jason from Essential Sequential has the sequestered show that he does on Saturdays. Well, he's doing one, and I believe that one starts at 12:30, and there will be art for sale during that. And so I told him, well, why don't we stream it as a side panel? So I'm not directly in control of that one. If you're familiar with Jason's format for that show, you've seen those before. I know that Tim Sale is going to be there. I should just pull up that whole list so I'm not forgetting to cover who all he's got. But well, it might be easier if I do it in front of me versus over there on this other. Got too many windows open. 2 laptops over here, and then the main screen here. That's how I roll. I'll just pull up the mailing this way. But so along with that, I'm also having another panel start at I believe 2 o'clock, and that's with 4C Comics, Ken, Carson, and JD, and they're going to be doing art sales and a few other things as well. So I just want to get this thing over here. When I pull up the last mail that I sent out with all of the stuff. But so they're going to be doing, they've got some art that's going to be drawn during the show that they'll be selling, and also offering a few interesting things as well. Why am I not finding a darn thing here? There it is, the panel schedule email. All right, now I can do this thing a little bit of justice. All right, so here we go. So it's yes, it's 1:30 for the Essential Sequential. Tim Sale, Dave Johnson, Klaus Jansen, and Eric Canetti, and possibly a few other creators as well. They'll be doing some drawing, and there'll be some art purchasing opportunities. And then the 4C Comics piece starts at 3 o'clock, not 2 o'clock. And it will have Pat Broderick doing a live sketch claim sale during that, and then they will also have Aaron Lopresti and David Williams doing some kind of a drawing showdown with art available as well. I'm not familiar with that because I've not seen that part of 4C's shows in the past, but they put on a great show, and so having something concurrent going along with our panels, while it might make some of the viewing be a little bit scattered, at least these things are on Saturday when we don't have other art buying opportunities. So at the end of the day, I want to promote people that are doing similar things as we're doing. And so the fact that they already had these things planned, we just decided to simulcast effectively their stuff over to the channel as well. So if you don't end up watching some of that stuff live, catch it on the rewind, follow their channels as well, and show them some love. So tipsy banter. That could be, Mikhail, could be. Yep, Canetti. I think it's saved. Yeah, yep. So it is. What a weekend. It's going to be, it's definitely going to be pretty crazy. I'm sorry. All right. I'm just reading through the chat and a couple other things. So let's move on to that. I want to read the announcements that I've gotten, and I'm going to start off with a really fun one because this is actually the thumbnail or the booth graphic that Dino has placed on his booth. If you've already checked out the exhibitor preview, then you've seen it, but this one actually has a little bit of teaser information on it as well. So let me get this up there for you. Look at that. Dino Mauricio's booth. A little bit of riffing on Steranko there, but he's got a bill gap of all things on his slide. But as you can see, he's got some Neil Adams Batman, Bob Blayton Iron Man, Rick Leonardi, Cloak and Dagger, Star Wars Battle Pages, Infantino, Nova Page, John Byrne, X-Men and FF, Sienkiewicz Moon Knight. I got to go check out his booth right now. Bob Layton Iron Man, George Perez Starfire, and variant covers and more. So Dino is definitely bringing the goods. And so I'm sure, and as everybody knows, you can follow the booths right now. So if you go into the booth preview and you want to make it easier to index the booths that you're following and whatnot, you should already put the heart on these on the booths that you want to go back and check. So Dino's is definitely going to be one that everybody's going to be hitting early, I can tell. So yes, exactly. Yeah, no. See, and Dino, well, I had other people send me images, but I didn't have time to format them. Dino sent me a nicely formatted image to use for this show, so I've done that. But let me go over a few other things so that you know what is out there. So Simon from Got Superpowers, he is bringing some artwork, and he will be taking commissions for Mike and Laura during the show. And I believe he's done that a few times previously, and they've always produced some really great artwork that ends up on CAF. So I would expect no less this time around, and definitely would like to get Mike back on a panel. He was in the inaugural show 18 months ago, so it'd be nice to maybe I do have him back in May if he were willing. So next up, Sequential Treasures. I'll just kind of read this one. In the art drops, he'll have set a lot of mid-'80s artwork from Mike Harris, with some of his earliest work being made available, including a few pages from DC's All-Star Squadron series. He'll have works by from Bob Smith, from Archie Comics Horror, Jughead the Hunger, and which is being offered there for the first time ever. And he'll also have a near-complete page set to a rarely seen Mike Vosberg story from Marvel Comics graphic novel anthology called Amazing Adventures from 1988. So that's in Sequential Treasures booth. Collector Malcolm Bourne is bringing 48 pieces, and I'll just read them off as well. His Saturday selections. He's got a Mike Kaluta Barbarella cover, a Simone Bianchi Marvel Masterworks card painting of Kitty Pryde, a Dave Stevens pinup, Frank Miller finished Dark Knight sketch cover, a finished sensual Toddleben Miracle Woman piece. And Malcolm is all about the sensual artwork. And he's got work by also by Olivia, Rizzo, Gulacy, Byrne, and Moore, or Moore with 2 O's, as there's got something he is bringing that is Watchmen related, but I don't believe it's original art. But you'll find out on Saturday. And then on Sunday, he's got, let's see, so Mark Schultz Fables pinup, Mike Mayhew Vampirella cover, Sienkiewicz Storm commission, something by Paul Chadwick in the concrete genre, and a nice Perez Teen Titans page, and some pinups by Stelfreeze, Lago, Silky, and McKean, and many more. So that's that. And Super Pals, of course, our friend Fred Chamberlain, he's going to have he's going to have artwork in his booth, but all Eddie's original artwork in his CAF galleries will be are 30% off the marked prices. And but just so everybody knows, he's actually going to be at a con over the weekend, so he may not be able to be replying too quickly. But while that deal is going on, that's a perfect example of someone who's going to have a booth, but we'll also be utilizing their classifieds to drive additional sales. So that was always my intent with Comic Art Live, was to kind of get that synergy going and using what we already have, but adding on this new layer of promotion. So Fred's doing a very good job of that. Now the artists Andy and Veronica Fish, they've been on the they've been in Artist Alley several times. They both will be doing joint commissions as well as individual commissions for the show, and they've got as they say, they are one of the only pro-working married couples in the comics who work together on artwork. They just wrapped up their second Sabrina the Teenage Witch miniseries, and they're working on a 200-page graphic novel for Penguin Random House. So, and I know that they're always really happy. They usually, Andy emails me right after the shows because they do so well with the commissions and their art sales. So definitely check out their booth, put it in one of your favorites, because they've been a good patron to CAF for a very long time, and I'm really happy that they always get great sales during these shows. Next up, I've got an update from Matt Kennedy. So this weekend at the Comic Art Live, Gallery 30 South and Pop Sequentialism, and you've seen Pop Sequentialism's ads on CAF, they've joined forces to offer some incredible, never-before-seen Holy Grail artworks, including a published Sid Mead painting, sketches by Charles Adams, pretty cool, and Dave Stevens, a 1969 Bernie Wrightson end title page from DC's first published Sword and Sorcery fantasy title. Let's see, also a Dexter painting featured on multiple episodes of the TV show and reminiscent of a famous Monsters cover. So that's going to be pretty cool, even just to see it. And there are also several pieces by artists Thalo Halo and Elena Olander, and I'm not familiar with them, from the world famous Coasters show. And then he'll have some other work by Sean Gordon Murphy, John Cassaday, J.H. Williams, and Tyler Kirkham. And it will be spread across both Saturday and Sunday. Now, I did get emailed by Allison Sohn today that Adam will have a booth again this time around, and I know that I think they had, I think they kind of had a slow show. The last one, their show last November was really, really great. Lots of good stuff brought. So what they let me know is that they have several covers that haven't even been announced yet. Can you sell covers that haven't been announced yet? But they have several of them. So they said that they're sitting on a pile of originals that they haven't been sharing because they usually try to let the publishers do their thing. But they're going to drop their pieces during Comic Art Live first. So again, another booth that you should be hearting, so you can make sure you don't forget to check out Adam's booth. But I think it's I hate to say it, I took a preview of it after I saw that they had set up their booth. So yeah, there's some pretty nice stuff in there, and you're not going to want to. You're definitely at least going to want to go in there and check out the artwork. So I think it's going to all be loaded on Saturday. There won't be a Sunday art drop, so don't expect anything over 24 pieces. But so if you see something on Saturday, you should definitely go for it. Don't wait to see what they might be dropping on Sunday. There won't be one. So, and that's always spelled out in the booth too. If you're in the booth, anybody's booths on Saturday, you can see how many pieces they'll be dropping the next day, because that can increment as they're adding artwork throughout the day on Saturday as well. But they are not going to be doing anything. Will sent out a update earlier, Will's comic art page, of course, and he enticed you to contact him even before these drops happen, of course, as he usually does. But this will have artwork from Daryl Banks, Chris Batista, Dick Dillon, Don Heck, Phil Jimenez, Barry Kitson, Joe Kubert, Walt Simonson, and Philip Tan. So he'll be making those same pieces available on his website at 11 a.m. when it opens up to premium members on Comic Art Live as well. And here's Splash Page's announcement. Basically, lots of commission opportunities. Tony Akins, Damian Cucchiero, Leandro Fernandez, Diego Greco, Francisco Perenzini, German Peralta, and are all accepting commissions, some of them watercolor commissions as well. So there's definitely going to be some varying price structures in what Mark's bringing this time around and offering. I fixed some of the formatting, and you'll probably be happy to note that I did, like I've said it here before, we also have commission example images that Mark will be able to upload. I haven't been paying attention to see if he's doing it or not. I let him know because he asked me to write the code for it. and we did. So hopefully this time around you'll actually have commission examples that you can see to directly line up with what the offerings are. So, and I know that he's definitely got his booth. I'm not even going to look at it. He's got some artwork from Peralta that he's releasing some new art from King, the King in Black, Black Panther, and some never before pieces from Maestro from 2020. And Francisco Peranzini will be releasing several pre-done watercolor commissions. So there are lots of stuff. And as far as the notes on Paulo, just in case I didn't say it right, he's going to be auctioning off 2 pre-drawn 11 by 14 pieces on the Sunday 1 p.m. Eastern Time panel. The images were laid out digitally by Paulo, sent to his dad, inked them, and then Paulo finished them in watercolors. So and they're going to be done as like a in-chat auction with the opening bid starting at $300. And he's also going to be doing a few other things as well. I know that he's dropping the cover to Batman 89 issue number 6 by Paulo during the show. So that, and I actually took a look at that. It's pretty amazing as well. So let's see. And a couple other people. Leo Sandler is accepting commissions, as well as Emiliano Urdinola. I'm sorry, I'm butchering it tonight. Both accepting commissions in Mark's booth. And then finally, I did get an update from Robert Lee, very sparse, one item. His big offer for Saturday is the cover art to Miracle Man, The Silver Age, issue 3 by Carlos Pacheco. So the art's not been published yet, but it has been solicited. So I guess they feel they can offer it to the public. So yeah, second mortgage time. Hard. I get it, man. There's too much art out there on the market anymore. But so definitely lots going on there. I'm sure I'm going to get some more announcements from people. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow, probably closer to the end of my day, around 5 p.m., I'll send out an email to the list, just kind of giving an overview of what everybody's bringing for what they've told me. If anything special comes in that's late, and I think it's newsworthy, when I open the show at 1:15 with my, it'll be a brief intro like I always do. I'll cover anything that I think is definitely noteworthy that people would probably want to check out. So kind of glad it's got at any rate. So is there a patch cover? Can't tell you that. Any panel from the LA, well, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Stanley, but again, the LA show is on Sunday. I don't know what time they open. Probably, I would imagine probably like 10 a.m. I mean, it's going to be a good show. I mean, they've got Mike Mignola again as their guest, like they tend to always have. And I should do my own Billigan remarks. Now, they wouldn't turn out very well, but that would be pretty funny though, Nick. Thank you for thinking of that. Yeah, but yeah, so it should be a good show. But again, feedback is going to be really critical on this one. We're just, I feel like, there's so many buying opportunities out there. I want to make sure that this show stays relevant and solid. I don't want it to become something that people don't look forward to. So I want to get, I always ask for it at the end of the show, to email me your thoughts. And I'm sure anybody who wants to attend the recap will give me the scoop on, what they feel worked well. I mean, sometimes, they don't, it's a little testy in there, but we, I look forward to it because I want to make sure that the show continues to be a good thing and worthwhile for everybody to take the time to set aside to watch it and also exhibit at it. And it was too bad we would have had Kirby's Comic Art participating a lot like they had in the last couple, but Thought Bubble in London is also this weekend as well. And I couldn't have really picked a different weekend, unfortunately. But when I picked this weekend, which I think was almost 3 months ago, they had been in the news because of the whole Frank Miller thing. They never kind of went out to convention scene and any of the regular convention sites and made people aware to put it on their calendar that they were that weekend. So I really don't think I could have moved it, but it's disappointing because they really did want to, Annabelle was really excited to do another one and was disappointed to find out that we were doing this one. So I'm sure everything will a line in May, and we'll get Kirby's comic art back, because they were always, they always brought a couple panels, and we always had a very good show and time hanging out with them. So I'm looking forward to working with those guys again. Sorry, I just wanted to look at a couple other things here before I cut off. But as far as that goes, like, I can tell you, even in the last, since we've been talking, another 100 artworks have been added to the show. So people are very active getting their booths ready. And I know a couple dealers who have not set up yet that have told me that they were going to. So I'm pretty confident that, we'll definitely have over 3,000 artworks available when the show starts. If you haven't been checking out the list, the dealers that are setting up, Albert's setting up, Anthony's setting up, Archangels is setting up, or Archangel, sorry. Artcaholics is setting up for the first time, and hopefully they'll kind of stick with the show. I've always crawled their website and got them in our updates, but they've not participated before. Beat Eye Media will be in there. Brit Comics Art. I was emailing with Joseph earlier today. He is going to Thought Bubble, but he will have a few pieces, not many, in his booth. But he wanted to have a presence because he's done it the past few times. Comic Connect is going to have something. I don't know what they're going to be posting, as well as Comic Link, probably some stuff that is already on there. Fixed price marketplaces. Dave Carlin already has 48 pieces in his gallery. Jason from Essential Sequential is going to have a booth, and it's only got about 5 pieces in it now, but I'm sure it will be full before the show is live. TivoliOriginality.net, they are stocked. They've got 48 pieces in their gallery. And Simon from Got Superpowers, he's got 11 pieces in there. Inky Knuckles, Cam, I know, is bringing some. He hasn't set it up yet. I see a 0 sitting there on the artwork count. Cam told me that he is bringing some choice material. So, and he didn't tell me what, though. So he just said he's really excited. He's basically using this as an opportunity to do an art drop. So if you're a fan of the artist that Cam reps, and I know many people are here, you should definitely heart his booth as well. Rizzo Arts is going to be having a booth, and so I know that we'll be seeing, that's run by Nicholas Rizzo and his father Ed. Of course, there'll be art from him, and I'm sure several other artists that he reps. Now, Nostalgic has set up a booth. I mean, I don't know how Bashar is going to do that and do this, but I'm sure one way or another he'll be able to monitor everything on Saturday. So he'll be in there. And then I've got Michael from NSN Art. He'll have his booth. He's got that already. He's got like a half a day's worth there stocked. I see Panel Page Art is having a booth as well. 24 pieces. So my guess is he's only dropping art on Saturday. And because I know Glenn is going to be at the LA show on Sunday from the email announcements I've seen. So I wouldn't think he'd be doing an art drop then. And Pop Sequentialism, Matt Kennedy, as we already mentioned, he's got his booth full at 48. And Berkey has got 48 pieces in his gallery. Scott Eater is about at 15 right now. And Splash Page has 54 pieces of art. I think by and large right there, that's a lot of the artwork I mentioned that he's bringing specific to a couple of the creators. He hasn't started adding art directly into his booth proper yet. And then Steve-O's Collectibles is in there. Super Pals Art, as I mentioned, we've got 20 pieces of art already in there, probably all Eddie Barrows related. And Tatiana is going to have a booth. She's still settling into Colorado after her big move, but she's got several artists probably that will. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be taking commissions or not. I haven't checked. And then Will have his booth as well. So pretty decent on the dealer side. I think there's probably more dealer participation than we've ever had, which was nice to see. And one more thing here, but the big thing for everybody to always remember is that if you're a premium member, you get in at 11 a.m. on Saturday, and if you're exhibiting, please don't forget that the booth lockdown happens at 10 a.m. each day. So for the Saturday art drop, the booth lockdown happens at 10. So we have 1 hour, Maureen and I, to kind of do our final show prep to open the hall for the premium members at 11 a.m. And the lockdown just prohibits you from adding or basically adding any artwork. You can update the artwork. You can fix a title, that sort of thing, but change a price. But you can't remove it, because at the end of we've always said, if you went to an in-person show, you're bringing what you brought. So, but it's split over the 2 art drops just to give people a reason to come back on Sunday as well. One more slide here. And then the Sunday's the same way. You can add art all the way through until 10 a.m. on Sunday for the 11 a.m. art drop. And outside of that, I think that's probably the major stuff that I haven't been paying close enough attention to the chat tonight. So will this bring in higher sales than a heritage auction? Prince Neighbor wants to know. No, it will not. Okay, sure. The weekly auction, absolutely. The May show, we had $1.3 million in confirmed sales. So that's about 10 heritage weekly auctions. So I'd say we did pretty good. But certainly it's not at the caliber level of a, the whole, what Heritage would have on a signature auction, but it's actually pretty close to Comic Link. I mean, a Comic Link featured auction usually is around $2 million total in sales. So it's definitely a, it's a good show. The first 2 shows that we did in May 2020 and November 2020 were about 500,000 and 750,000 in sales. So it's kind of grown exponentially every show, which is nice. But it all depends on the artwork. That's why I'm really I want to get everybody's feedback to let me know what they feel. Is it retreads, enough new? We all want new at the end of the day. That's what's going to make the show continue to have a lot of popular stuff. I don't think Tatiana has any more $2,000 McFarlane pieces. That claim was about as good as or as exciting as Dino's claim 15, right? So that one was one of the most after Dino's piece was the most memorable claims that we've ever had on a Dueling Dealer show. So I'm sorry, just trying to read through a few things here. Yeah, everybody should hit the thumbs up, Nick. Thank you. But outside of all of those other things, I'm just looking at some of the featured art that people have brought. And it's pretty good. I mean, I see it now. I'm seeing more new art. So I think people who set up early maybe were bringing some of the retreads, but we'll see. Other than that, I just hope everybody has a great show. Will there be a bead curtain section? There will not. And yeah, it was the Tiger piece, Tim, that we were talking about. There will, but no beaded curtains, Mikhail. So hey, you know what? Before I forget, because I'd hate to forget, why don't we pick the winner of the 6-month premium member add-on? There are 35 entries in here. Well, how about I give you a one minute warning for anybody who's popped in late? Let's see, put it back up on the screen. To be in the running to get 6 months free premium membership on CAF, you need to hit exclamation point and enter. Type that into the chat and submit it, and you will be in the running for a 6-month premium membership. This is my way of trying to give back after so many screw ups the last couple weeks. And yep, see, we're getting a few more in there. I see Fish just entered and Namor. Very good. Who said it didn't work? No, you're in there, Fish. I don't know if it is. Yeah, there it said it afterwards. It might be a little slow to respond, but I can see you in my list. And Wilson Ty just entered as well. So 30 more seconds, and then we'll pick that winner. Yes, Fish and Namor, very fitting. I tell you, Fish, one of these days, man, you deserve your own show on the channel. Even if you did just a once a month Fishisms or something, I would love to brainstorm with you on that one. So Rod Edwards, you got an exclamation point and enter, and then submit it, and you can be entered in. And hey, I did see that Hart became a new member of the channel too. I should thank you, Hart, very much for becoming a member of the channel. It means a great deal to us. I know that I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. At the end of the day, I think we probably got about like 110 members of the channel, and it just helps us out. I mean, we're putting a lot of effort into it. As everybody knows, I've had my son putting in a lot of video editing time in it. When we did the last Dueling Dealers episode, the big one with the doozy do kind of thing. He and I both probably put in about 25 to 30 hours just in video, doing the video editing and compiling all that and re-rendering everything. So we're putting a lot of effort into it, and it certainly, I think, has seen some good shows of late. So all right, this is your 2-second warning because we're up to 39 entries. I see Ankur got in there as well. So all right, here we go. I'm going to click pick a winner. And the winner was selected, and it hasn't posted in my thing yet. It hasn't posted it over there. There you go. Matt Moore has won the 6-month premium membership. Congratulations, Matt. All right. And Fish is a new member of the channel as well. Thank you, Fish. I appreciate it. Hey, if I'm telling you, man, you want your own show, we can work something out. Yes, Fish is now a part of the bigger school. All right. And congratulations, Matt. So I will email Matt and get your 6 months added to your current premium membership, because I know that you are a premium member, and I appreciate that. Like I appreciate every single premium member out there. And Ronald, I'll email you as well so we can get the t-shirt stuff worked out. And we should do these every week as long as this darn thing's going to work. So all right. Anyway, so at this point, unless anybody has any other questions, I'll take that banner off here. I'm going to get back to work because I got to prep some mailings for tomorrow, reminders for the exhibitors, that a few of the things that I don't want them to forget about, and I've got my weekly email to write as well. So, yep. Sorry, hey Marcus, nope, it's over, Marcus. It's over. No more entering. I only did 2 this time, but all right. So I'm going to call it a night. But again, anybody has any problems with their exhibitor stuff, please let me know. Somebody told me they were having some kind of issue, and I said, they sent me their phone number. I didn't want to call them. I said, take a screenshot or tell me what's wrong, and then they didn't email me back. So that was unfortunate. So maybe they worked out all the problems. But Fish's catch of the day. Yes, there's the show title right there. All right. So again, everybody have a great weekend, and get in touch if you need anything. Please tune in to the opening of the show piece that I'll do at 1:15 on Saturday. I'll probably look a little frazzled, but I'm sure I'll have, again, some interesting tidbits of information. And we do have that announcement section that will be linked into the show, and everybody who's an exhibitor can make 2 announcements a day. So I'm hoping that it will be used to let you know about price drops, or on Sunday, certainly that they can be mentioning the things that are new in their booth, and they can do that at the beginning of Saturday. So it's something I'm going to trial, and we'll see how it works, and maybe get some feedback on how to make it better. I think I haven't put a whole lot of thought into how people could share that information out there with other people. I think that would be beneficial, because clearly we don't do a whole lot of marketing on Facebook about the show, and if people can be pushing out their announcements to Facebook, I think that would probably help draw some more eyeballs into everybody's booths during this thing. So who won? Ronald. Let me see. Let's see. Ronald won the t-shirt, and Matt Moore won the 6 months. So there you go, Brett. All right. Thanks, Eric. My fingers are crossed as well. I think it will have a good show. Servers have been rebooted as of the beginning of this week, so they are in tip-top performance. And servers running nice and smooth, and I think we're going to have a good show. So again, everybody, looking forward to getting this weekend underway, and I'll do my best to keep everybody updated and let you know how the things are going. And you know how to reach me if you've got any questions. Sayonara.